7 days ago today, I did a video and I talked about my opinion on the World Economic Forum. I showed how Prince Charles was one of the founding members of the World Economic Forum, how their global elitist movement was that we would own nothing and be happy about it. Meanwhile, they own everything. And this video's had over 500,000 views on YouTube in the last 7 days. And I announced on Twitter that I would get consequences as a result of this. In the last week, a lot has happened. I've been hit personally, in my opinion, by members of the World Economic Forum, and I'm going to share, and you can make up your own mind as to what you think, because they're talking about it's a conspiracy. Even in the media now they're saying, oh, it's a conspiracy, all these things. The Great Reset is a conspiracy. No, that's the name that they gave it. And also conspiracy. What is a conspiracy? If someone's talking about me and they're coming up with theories, I don't call it a conspiracy theory. Do you know that they came up with the name conspiracy theory just to discredit theories? So look, do your research. So since last week, a lot's happened. Number one, the Queen has sadly passed away, and now Prince Charles is the king, which is quite scary as he's one of the founding members of the World Economic Forum. Liz Truss has become Prime Minister, and she's also a member of the World Economic Forum, and I'm being hit by the media who are members of the World Economic Forum. This is very interesting, isn't it? Let me tell you what happened. A lot of people are asking me, what do I think about Liz Truss and how's it going to affect property investors? My true opinion is, same agenda, just a different puppet. When people change their minds, their political stance, when their whole value system just suddenly can change overnight, I think that shows that they're probably just a puppet. I mean, if you look at some of the stuff Joe Biden was saying 10, 20 years ago, it's absolutely different to what he's saying today.
Why do we need a constitutional amendment? Marriage is between a man and a woman. What's the game going on here?
Liz Truss was part of the Lib Dem movement and then suddenly just changes to Conservative. So I genuinely am not too sure what I think about her as a person, but I do think that she's in position of power, but she's probably being controlled by higher powers. Just a matter of days after publishing the video and after it received 500,000 views on YouTube, suddenly, bang, an article drops by The Guardian. And it was a very strange article. It says, property investor accused of shutting down criticism over £10,000 courses. I don't think I'm the one here that's shutting down any criticism at all. I mean, yes, it's true that I was trolled and harassed in 2019, 2020, and I had to take legal action. And as a result of that, there were people that got prosecuted. There were people, Ryan James Turner has now got a criminal record. He's got 180 hours of community service. Andrew Dunn had to compensate me financially. So I think that's me just protecting my family, protecting my staff after receiving death threats and my wife getting racial messages. So I don't think that's anything particularly interesting to write about, but they've tried to spin this story, The Guardian have, as if I'm some sort of big rich bully boy company that's shutting people down, which I think is quite ironic. What I also think is interesting is, if you look at who owns The Guardian is owned by the Scott Trust. I thought this is very interesting. Let's have a little look at what the Scott Trust actually do. And it's very vague and ambiguous. So in the end, I thought, well, let's just follow the money and see who owns the Scott Trust. And very interestingly, it comes up with Apax Partners. Now, I have no idea who Apax Partners is, but I thought maybe by sheer coincidence, there's something to do with the World Economic Forum. So I searched Apax Partners in the World Economic Forum, and bang, they are partners with the World Economic Forum. Now, I'm not saying that the World Economic Forum and Apax Partners have pulled the strings to try and discredit me, and it's all come as a result of that video that I did last week. But isn't it a little bit of a coincidence? The thing is, if they had have deleted the video, if YouTube had deleted the video, what would have happened is that thousands of people in the comments would have realized that the video was deleted for a reason. It would have made a martyr out of me. So instead of trying to deplatform me, what they did instead was try to discredit me in the media. But unfortunately for them, they really haven't got much to say apart from that I have sued and are suing people. And yes, that is correct, I absolutely am. I spoke many years ago about the agenda being that we will have a cashless society. And this is something that is coming into fruition right now as we speak. My prediction is that in 5 years' time, there will be no more cash, because if we pay for things in cash, then we have control. I can do business with you without them being involved. But if everything is cashless and we are in a cashless society, then ultimately, if they don't like the business that they're doing, they can stop it and they can control it any given moment. The agenda is to stop us owning property. So Bill Gates, who's associated with the World Economic Forum, owns more farmland than anybody else in the world. Bill Gates is buying so much farmland right now, yet the World Economic Forum are saying that we should own nothing and be happy about it. After the Queen's passing and Liz Truss being put as the Prime Minister and King Charles, who is one of the founding members of the World Economic Forum, becoming king, interesting that they suddenly changed the rules in property quite a lot. They're changing the legislation in property here in the UK as we speak. During all the distraction of everything that's going on, they're scrapping tenant eviction Section 21 bans, which is meaning it's very difficult now to become a landlord. They've officially frozen rents now in Scotland, and Sadiq Khan is pushing to do the same in London.
I think we need a mayor fighting for rent control in London.
Of course, what the rich do is they find ways around it. So, for instance, serviced accommodation. If you've got guests and they're staying as a guest in your Airbnb property, they have zero rights. Ironically, that's what the Queen recently did. It was reported that she was renting out Sandringham House on Airbnb. While they're trying to stop us owning land and properties, I'm here in the UK helping more people become property owners, landowners and property investors than any other property trainer or investor out there in the whole of Europe. And thirdly, they're trying to make us compliant. The media tells us how to think, and anybody who thinks differently is alienated. Anybody who speaks out is either discredited or deplatformed. While Prince Andrew was being wrapped up in sex trafficking and underage children, Princess Diana was beginning to speak out. He got £12 million and she got Epstein, who was friends with Prince Andrew, got locked up, and he no longer had any reason to hide anything, so he killed himself. Conspiracies or logical conclusions? I'm not saying this is factual, I'm saying that this is a logical conclusion as to what possibly happened. But even though I'm just asking questions and trying to challenge the status quo, even though I want the rich and poor divide to get smaller while they're trying to make it bigger, no doubt I will continue to be hounded by the media. You will see more discrediting, negative media articles written about me, and just for the record, I would never kill myself.